Hey my foodies and cuties, it's your favorite home cook, Chef Boy RV. And I am in my kitchen this morning. I just had an unction to get up early and just to create. So I have been talking to a really good friend of mine, and she was telling me about this pineapple ginger tea that she made. Well, it's not a tea, it's a juice. So it's like a Jamaican juice that they make, and she would usually get it at a Jamaican restaurant or something like that, but she found a recipe online, and so she created it at home. And so we were talking about that, and I thought to myself, I'm doing this immune system boost every morning with this ginger tea, and I really don't like tea. Not really. I don't like hot drinks. I like cold drinks because drinks are supposed to be cold. I don't drink coffee, but I drink tea as a healthy alternative to boost my immune system since I'm immunosuppressant. So when she told me about this, I'm like, okay, it calls for ginger, it calls for turmeric. That's usually what I put in my tea every day. How about I try this nice, refreshing, chilled beverage that can bring some of the same elements to my health system. So I'm gonna make that for you guys today. So if you look here in front of me, here are the ingredients that I will be using. Look at that, simple and easy. Pineapple and orange, some limes, ginger root, and turmeric root, and I have some raw organic honey that I actually bought from a street vendor the other day. So what are you going to do with this pineapple, so you say? And honestly, what we're going to do with the pineapple, we're just going to use the skins, not the top, not the bottom, but just the skins, not even the pineapple inside, just the skins and the core of the pineapple. And then we're going to boil them in. So I use, you guys know, I use bottled water even in my cooking. So I used four bottles of water to create this. So I'm going to slice the pineapple, cut up the oranges. I've already diced the ginger and the turmeric, and I'm gonna let you guys watch me in this process of boiling this pineapple ginger drink. All right, okay. Okay, so first what I did was I soaked my pineapple, my orange, and my limes in water and a little bit of vinegar, just to, make sure they were clean. I'll make sure I wash them and get all the dirt and the bugs and anything else that would have been on it, since we are using the outer surface of this pineapple. So I'm going to start by chopping the end of the pineapple off. We're not going to use that at all, so we can just throw that to the side. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut off the bottom. I'm going to cut a little bit more of that off there so you can see that there. That's all cut off. And we're not using this portion either, so I'm going to set that to the side. So now I'm going to begin slicing the skin off of, probably if I do it this way, I'll probably have better results. Yes, I do. So much better. And as I slice these off, I'm going to collect them into a bowl over here. And you guys can see. So I'm going to cut all that off there and just put them in my bowl as I cut them off. Just like so. And then you guys make sure you saw my first reaction when I tried to cut it on the side. So you guys are going to want to stand this pineapple up as you're doing this, because it makes it so much easier. I'm going to try to keep them as whole as possible, so that way it'll be less strain when it's time to strain the juice and get all the extras off. It'll be more juice and less loose particles that I have to strain off. And we're going to use every bit of this outer core, the skin, or the outer part of this pineapple. And then after this, you guys, I actually pulled my juicer out. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is actually juice the pineapple itself. So even though the recipe didn't call for that, after I make it, I'm going to see if it doesn't make it a little bit better if I simply add the fresh juice from the pineapple. We'll see. We'll experiment just a little bit. So I'm trying not to get very much of the pineapple, just the skin. putting that all off in there. And that didn't take very long, you guys. Make sure you get all the skin off, and I think I got it. So now I'm going to, I feel like I'm going to wash my cutting board out first, you guys. I'm real particular like that. So now I'm going to cut this down the center, like so. And I wanted you guys to see the process, so that's why I cut it in front of you, because you guys know most of the time I try to have everything prepped. So this video may be just a little bit longer than I normally do. So now what I'm doing is I'm cutting this core out of there too, because we're going to use the core also. So if you can see that there, just getting that core out. And just the core, not the outer. So just the center portion right here. Just the core. Try to stay within the parameters of the core. Now, another thing I'm going to do different. So the instructions called for the you do like the orange and the lime juice last, but I think I'm going to boil my oranges and my lime inside of my of the water, because I think it'll give it more flavor. So it's going to be more of a pineapple gingery flavor. So I'm going to take these items over and I'm going to put them in my pot. I've already got my water boiling. So I've already got my water boiling. So I am going to put these off in my boiling water. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to cut up my limes and my orange. Okay? Okay. So I have my oranges and my pineapples and my limes all cut up. I'm actually using the rinds from the limes, if you could see there. Got that all in my bowl. Got my ginger. Got my turmeric. And now I'm about to pour everything into my pot of boiling water. You can see here. I'm going to put all this in here. And we're going to let this boil. Got an orange. Got all my rinds and things. I'm going to just pour that in there. And so the idea is to boil this for about 15 or 20 minutes. I'm going to get all my ginger. All my ginger. And we're going to let it boil for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then we're going to let it steep like a tea. So once that process is done, I'll come back and I'll show you guys the next step. Okay, foodies and cuties, I'm back. So I have allowed for my pineapple rinds, my limes, and my oranges to boil for 15 minutes. And then I allowed them to seep for 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and drain them off. So I'm going to drain them into my juicer storage first to make sure before I have a picture that I'm going to put in, but I'm going to put it in here first because I think this may be easier than to do it over that thing to make sure. So we're going to try this. I'm probably going to make a mess, y'all. Trying to get it. Ew, yeah. Yeah, this is a rough go. I'm going to move this into the sink, you guys. So just give me a second. All right. So I got my contraption. I'm sorry, my mixture, my juice. I've got it poured into my ginger. I mean, into my foodie case. So I've tasted it. It's a little tart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about a teaspoon. I'm actually going to do 1 tablespoon of honey. Let's see what that does for it. I'm going to do a tablespoon of honey. And remember, this is honey I bought from a street vendor. Oh, that honey is divine. Oh my goodness. This is my first time opening it and tasting it. And that, you guys, is divine. That is some good honey. He was over at this Mexican grocery store that I go to, so hopefully I can find him again, because I'm going to need more of that. That is scrumptious. Okay, so I'm going to stir that up. See how that tastes. See if we need more. Just going to get a little bit of that. That can use some more flavor. But I'm not going to add much more honey just yet, because what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pour this. I'm going to add the rest of this honey that was in there though. I'm going to pour this into my container, because now I'm going to juice the vegetables. I'm sorry, I said vegetables. I'm going to juice the fruits that we use to boil the rinds of. So I'm going to juice those really quick. If you guys can see, I'm going to bring my juicer over this way. So you guys can see. And we are going to juice this pineapple that we didn't use. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and juice this pineapple. Those limes, they jumped out of there. They said, no, no, we won't go. Alright, make sure everything's out of there. Okay, I'm going to tilt the lid, make sure it's all out. It's all out. Okay, so I'm going to take my fruit juice that I squeezed. I'm going to pour it in there with that concoction. And stir that up like so. And you guys, I may add another orange just depending on how it tastes. I may add another orange because that was only half of an orange, because half of the orange I cooked and then the other half. Oh, wow, okay. It's actually not very bad flavor, very natural tasting, but I am going to add some honey. So I'm going to add some honey to that. And no, I'm not going to add another orange because I actually liked the flavor of it just like it is. Because it has a really good, you can taste the pineapple, you can taste the ginger, you can taste the citrus feel of it, but it's not heavy on citrus. So I like the flavor of it. I'm just going to add just a little bit more honey to make it a little bit more sweet. Like so. Almost another tablespoon. So that's we're up to 2 tablespoons of honey so far, you guys. 2 tablespoons of honey. Let's see what that's tasting like. Voila. Voila. I don't like really, really sweet stuff, but if you like it sweeter, you can add more honey. But this is divine. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this chill, let it get a little bit cold, and see what it tastes like cold, you guys. So Thanks for tuning in to Cooking with VTV, and I'm your favorite home cook, Chef Boyar V. Follow me on IG, Chef Boyar _V, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Cooking with VTV. Thumbs up, like, and share my videos, you guys. Until next time, Cooking with VTV, Chef Boyar V is out.